Just click it. Go. Hey, how you going, guys? Welcome, 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 wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Jason Stephenson, and talking today about your genius within. And I've just got to get to the chat box here so I can see you guys for a moment. And if you can give me the thumbs up, guys, if you can hear me okay. And I've got to tell you, okay, hello, Gemma and Pamela, Annie. Great to see you guys and to see you all there. Thank you very much for taking the time out today. And I'm pretty pumped at the moment. And in fact, the song that come to me just to sing just a moment ago was "The Eye of the Tiger, it's a thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival." That's the one that come to me, because that's what it's all about. We have this inner strength within that we can get through, so much. So Jane, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate that so much. And so what I'm going to do today, guys, I'm just going to say hello to you guys first, welcome you all. Then I'm going to give a little bit of a talk where I will switch the questions and chat bar off, and that's purely so I don't get distracted, and because I just go off track when I'm looking at a lot of this, and then I'm staying on to answer any questions. So I only predict that I'll be speaking for about 15-20 minutes. Then I can answer questions, or you can leave after the main talk is over, but I'm sticking around for any questions and that. So lovely to see you guys. Hello, Maria from Phoenix, Arizona. You are the best. Thank you. Thank you, Maria, so much. Hello, Dana. Hey, Elena. Hey, Elena across the ditch in New Zealand. Good to catch you too. And who else have we got here? Genji, and I'm just going back a bit, and we've got Jeff, Carissa. Hello, guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hey, Gina. Greetings to you too. Greetings. Hey, Rebecca and Sal, Yolanda, lovely to see you. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it, guys. And my intention today is hopefully just to give you something to think about, for you to contemplate on and you use in your life. And I'm going to give you examples from my life, because I feel that for me, that's about my truth and speaking my truth to you. And so you guys realize that, you think that I might have all my shit together here, but there's many times I haven't got my shit together. I'm a work in progress, just like you guys are, and we can work through this together, and we can, raise the vibration of the earth, and for more peace, for more delivering of our passion, our true passion, what we want to do in life. And in doing that, we're giving others permission to do the same. So what I'm going to do, guys, now, I'm just going to turn the chat off just for a moment, and I can come back to that later, and I'll answer questions and everything then. So I'll just click this here, go to pop out chat there. Lovely to see you guys. G'day, Metaphysical Mike, Kieran, Tanya, Nancy, Heidi, Durson, Yolanda, Isabel, Dee Dee. Yeah, great. Thank you, guys. Lovely to see you. So let's get down to some stuff, hey? We'll go to pop out chat there. We'll just put that down for a moment. I'll just put it to the side here. And so, as I said before, I'm just going to give a bit of a talk, and then I can come back on and answer questions. And firstly, I wanted to say thank you to you all who purchased from my merchandise store last week. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for your trust. And also, what else have I got to say? I think that's it for now. As long as you can hear me, I'm ready to go. So I've got some notes here just to keep me on track. So if I go off track, I'm all good. It's just like those, those auto cues at the TV studios, but mine's not really an auto cue. It's just some notes that I have to follow if I get lost. But as I said, we're all born geniuses. Each and every one of us, including you, all of us, are born with this genius. It's like almost like a little acorn seed within us. And it's waiting to bust out, to come forth. And for some of you, it has. For some of you, it hasn't, or it's blocked, but it's there and it's waiting to come out. And so today I'm going to give you some possible tips on how we can do this. And when I speak about the genius, I'm saying that this comes in many forms. I'm not speaking about just a genius of mathematics or science. I'm talking about opening up and allowing that little acorn within, that genius within that we're all born with, to come out in many forms. And I guess the trick is to find out where it presents for you. And that could be, and I'm getting rid of my photo at the side as well. I don't even want to, I'm just covering that up for a moment. It's distracting me. Okay. So that can be, it can come in the form of being a creator. It can come in the form of wanting to open a garden center, training horses, being an accountant, being a mechanic. It's whatever that form that you want to tap into, that it's there waiting for you. And some of the things that we can do to help us to get to that state is, first of all, that we've got to be careful not to conform to what others want us to do. And today that we can work on reclaiming that little seed. And for God's sake, I say to you, don't die with your song unsung and your music played. Because I truly believe that each and every one of us is born with a song to sing, to express. And that's through divine intelligence, or whatever you choose to call it. But we're all born with these gifts in different areas of our lives. You don't want to wake up, or you don't want to be on your deathbed hours before dying and thinking, I wonder what would have happened if I had just chosen that path or just taken that risk. So no, this is a game. This is a game of life, and we're here to play it. And that's what we can do, is play and to enjoy it. Abraham Maslow, I'll read this quote from Maslow's hierarchy needs, the triangle there, says, "We fear our highest possibility. We are generally afraid to become that which we can glimpse in our most perfect moments." And so often we get these inner whispers, or this glimpse of something great, something amazing that we can do, that we can contribute to the world. And for me, I must say that, it's been when it's when I'm out in nature. It's sometimes lying in bed. It's sometimes upon awakening. It's sometimes at the beach. And it's almost like when it comes, it's like goosebumps wash all over me. And it's an idea of inspiration. And it presents itself. And I've got that choice to either dismiss that idea or to follow that idea through. And that's the choice we have, because I believe that they're presenting themselves left, right, and center to us all the time. But we simply need just to pull back a little, to quieten our minds, to allow the whispers to be heard. And the trick is, sometimes if we don't take action and act on those little voices when we hear it, then I've been through this where the next day I wake up and the rational side of my mind says, who are you trying to kid? You can't do that. That's silly. That's stupid. So this fear comes in, and this the critical voice. So we need to push through that and to take action on those inspired thoughts, those inspired visions. It might come in the form of sounds, sights, smells, sentences, but they're there. and we can just simply quieten our minds. And the more we begin to quieten our minds, the more we begin to pull back, the greater this inspiration will come and flow through us. And I must say that at this time too, that it's not something that just also falls into your lap, that once we have this inspired thought, that we can sit back and allow it to happen. It doesn't work that way. It's the point of taking action. And no matter how small at the time a step is, take that step. Take that first step as soon as you possibly can. Because once you're on your way, it seems to just unravel and unwind in perfect alignment. Some may say that, that there's blockages. And I think I saw a comment before that someone was saying that she was singing like a lark, and then the world is pulled, the rug's pulled out from under her. It was something like that I saw before. And I think that in regards to that, we are not our past. And so if that was your past, we can brush ourselves off today, this very moment, and begin and start again. Because every moment is a new moment. The past is not real because the past is now. The future is now. This is all we have. So we can make this decision now. We can reflect on what hasn't worked, or we can say right at this moment, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try this. What do I have to do now to put this into action? It's also a thing with what we have to be careful of is others' expectations of us, and that can be even our culture. Others saying that you should do this or you shouldn't do this, and this sort of advice is a dime a dozen, and you can hear this advice at dinner parties, at the pubs and clubs, and people telling you, oh, thank you so much. I'm just got a donation, Mistress Lotus Tarot. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that I'm speaking to your soul. Thank you. So, we hear this information of people telling us what we should and what we shouldn't do. It's a dangerous situation. I must admit, I even found myself just the other day. I don't like to tell people what to do, and sometimes I fall into that trap. And when that happens, I'm very, very sorry, because I know that we all have the strength and power within us, that we don't even have to hear what other people say. We just have to go in and we have to tap into our voice. And if this means that you quieten your mind for 5 minutes a day or for 15 minutes a day and begin to listen to your heart, and you'll discover that genius, or where the direction you're meant to go in, where your song is, and you can begin to sing it out to the world. I'd like to share with you a quote now. That I heard this quote approximately 10, 12 years ago, and by actually a lady that was life coaching me, Deb Han. I must say, I'm going to give a shout out to Deb. She may be watching, she may not be, but Deb Han is one of the most amazing life coaches in the world. She still coaches me to this day, and I'm ever so grateful that I've found her. And if you want to know Deb Han more information, I certainly can pass that on to you. But she shared this at a life coaching seminar we were doing quite some time ago. And it's from The Invitation by Araya Mountain Dreamer. And I want you to take a listen to this. It's such a beautiful quote. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you'll risk looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you've touched the center of your own sorrow, if you have been opened by life's betrayals, or have become shriveled and closed from fear of further pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it or fade it or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own, if you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes, without cautioning us to be careful, to be realistic, to remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you are telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty even when it's not pretty, every day. And if you can source your own life from its presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand on the edge of the lake and shout to the silver of the moon, yes. It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children. It doesn't interest me who you know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself and if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments. Uriah Mountain Dreamer. What do you think of that, hey? Thank you so much. I really appreciate Metaphysical Mike. I appreciate your donation too. Thank you so much, guys. I would like to share with you some moments for me when I shrank back from life through fear and almost put a block on these two occasions to my genius within to express my part of the world and how I overcome that. And it was through, well, I won't tell you that just yet. I'll tell you what happened. And that's my dog coming in. Do you want to say hi to the people? Hold on, can I just move my camera here? I'm just going to show you my dog. I'm not going to try and pick him up. Hold on a moment, guys. And there he is there. That's little Dharma. He just sits beside me. We've already been for our walk today. Good boy. Okay. Last year, I was invited to give a presentation in the USA, to give a presentation for 30 minutes and to open a part of the ceremony. And it was at Fest Forums. Laurie Kirby was one of the organizers there, and Stuart. Two amazing, beautiful people who possibly found something in me that I didn't realize I had. I had dreamed to want to give talks across the world and to sing, to end with a song or to begin with a song. And I thought that this was my opportunity. So as soon as Laurie asked me, I put my hand up and said, yes, straight away, I'm in. She told me the lineup of some amazing people. You know, I was going to be sharing the stage with actor Jeff Bridges, with musician songwriter Kenny Loggins, and actress Frances Fisher from the Titanic, and other amazing people. So I put my hand up and said yes. I had 12 months to prepare. But I guess initially the 12 months, it didn't seem sort of reality until 11 months into it and 1 month to go, when I'd rarely done much public speaking. I've sang before many occasions to thousands of people, however, have been horrified, terrified by live speaking, exactly what I'm doing now, absolutely terrified. And come to the 11th month, 1 hour before, 1 month before, it was like I wanted to pull out. And I was seriously contemplating pulling out. I was so afraid, and the fear crept in about not being good enough, of this belief that what I had to say was not important. And then something overcame me. And it was, at that point, critical point in time, where I just said, I'm in it now, and I have to let go, let God. That's what Alcoholics Anonymous use all the time, that quote, let go, let God, surrender. And it's not about giving up. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about letting go of control and trusting in the divine plan for you. And so I did. I trusted in the divine plan and went. And I did my 30-minute talk. It went off without a hitch. And then I was to do the talk, the meditation, in front of 800 people to the closing night. And it wasn't so much planned. And before I went on stage, just before I stepped on stage, I had an idea of what I was going to say, but I didn't know where it was going to go. And I tapped into this intelligence within and just said, please allow me, help me to step out of my mind, to get out of my mind, and to serve the people. That's all I want to do, is just serve the people. And so what happened was, I stepped out of my mind and I stepped on stage, and this calmness, like I haven't felt for so long, washed over my entire body. A calmness and in alignment with everything and connected to everyone in the audience. It was a sensational, amazing feeling of being at one and without any fear. And I could almost sense, when I was speaking through the meditation, of where this had to go, by connecting with the audience themselves and sensing where everyone was at, or maybe not everyone, but where a lot of people were at and where they needed to go, not where I wanted to go. And you could hear a pin drop. It was an amazing experience. And I walked off and just, thank you. And that was about letting go and letting God. If there was never a moment as such, that was the one. And I will tell you another one just recently that I'm just conquering now. And it was a similar thing of doing a live meditation session on a new platform. And I was approached 12 months ago. And I initially flatly refused and said, no, I'm too busy. Was I too busy? I don't think I was too busy. I think I was busy. But I don't think I was too busy. I think I was afraid. And watch for those excuses, because they come up. And fear has a way of bringing up excuses. 6 months later, the CEO of the company, Think Big Lifestyle, Raul, he contacted me again and said, look, I still believe there's a way we're going to work together. I don't know how. Can we have a chat? And I said, yeah, sure. I'm not promising anything, but sure. I ended up committing to not the weekly meditation sessions that he wanted, but I said I'll do it once a month. And there was something inside me. I went to sleep on this and I awoke with inspiration, tapping into that little acorn seed within that said, Jay, you're not going to just get your toes wet here. You're going to dive in and immerse yourself, and you're going to be doing them every week, every single week without fail. This was not what I wanted. This was the calling. And I had to put that fear aside, and I called Raul up and said, I'm doing it. And I said, because here I am presenting meditations and things on YouTube and telling people to live their dreams and go out and get this and get that and do this and do that and listen to your inner heart. And I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it myself because of this fear, false evidence appearing real. And so I stepped out of the way, let go, let God, bring it on. Let's just do it. I had my first test session last week, and I have my first official one tomorrow on the platform. And I've actually put the link down there if you want to join me on my first official one tomorrow. It is a user pays. It's $5 a session. But it's something that I strongly believe in now, and it's my calling. And I feel truly blessed. I feel blessed to listen. And I hope that you can listen to and also listen for what comes up, for what blockages stop you, because for the most part they're not so true. I call these, these are called, I don't call these, but they're called breakthrough goals. They're goals that you do, that you put in place that will change you. It's not just a little step. It will go bam, and it'll move you up, bam, to the next level. And life unfolds and life changes in mysterious and beautiful ways, all areas. And this is what's happened, these few breakthrough goals. And I'd like to thank even YouTube for this, because YouTube has given me the courage over the years, step by step by step. And thank you, Dawn Elizabeth, for your donation. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the love and support, and I will read these comments very soon and answer any questions that you have. So I say to you, the old saying, if there's any fear, feel the fear and do it anyway. Just surrender, launch yourself into it, and trust in the process that it's going to work out. Because 99.99999% of the time it does. It works out. Here's my little boy. Come back in here. You want to say hi to the people again? Hi to the people of the page. He's a good boy. If you still have doubts, if you're still wondering about, but it's easy for me to say, and that my life's good and all this, I say to you to tap into a part of your life when things were working out for you, when you did have moments of joy, no matter whether that was a month ago, a year ago, or 10 years ago, where you felt divinely guided. Just tap into that for a moment. And that's the only proof that you need, that you have that power within. It's just laying dormant at the moment, but you can begin to focus on that not what you can't do. And so, guys, I will leave you with this. And I dearly hope that you've got something from this today, and I will be here to answer any questions that you might have. I'll stay online, but this is the end of the official talk. So I send you a ton of love, and thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your trust. I really appreciate it. So I'll get to the questions. If there's any questions or comments, I'm here. Wow, thank you, man. I mean, really, Danielle Rose, for your donation. I thank you sincerely. I'm not expecting this, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Brandy Jewel, I love your meditations. I suffer from mental illness, and you've helped guide me. I'm glad you admitted your faults as a human. You're very real. You're inspirational to me. Thank you again. And you're most welcome, Brandy. Sending you love. And I will admit my faults as much as I damn well can, because, yeah, I'm human. I'm human, and I am nowhere near perfect. You can be assured of that. Thank you, Liliana and Jessica, and Renee and Chris and Dawn. And Gemma says, Jason, as somebody who is on the autism spectrum, your channel saved me from having a meltdown on Friday. That's wonderful to hear, Gemma. And I will say, Gemma, I'm only the catalyst. You are the one, because you've been learning, you've been growing through meditation. You take that's your power. That is your inner power that is helping you out. And I commend you so much for that. That excites me no end. And Jennifer says, you just mysteriously popped up on my phone. It was kind of weird, but I needed to hear the message. Thank you and namaste. Namaste, Jennifer. Namaste. What's this one? Rebecca says, how do you know if you have had a panic attack or just grief? Rebecca, I'm no expert with this, and I don't even like to give so much medical advice, because panic attacks, it's something that I can't tell you about, but I can speak from my experiences. And sometimes panic attacks can be aligned with what's going on in your life. So it may be grief that could be causing that panic attack to happen, but definitely that is something you need to check out, and to check out with your doctor. But I remember having a panic attack many years ago and not even knowing what it was, and actually thought it was a heart attack. I thought I was seriously going to die. It scared the hell out of me. But anyway, yeah. Lazy Ranch, I go to sleep with you almost every night. You've helped me so much with panic attacks, going through a nasty divorce, and you have brought peace to my heart. I wish you well, Lazy Ranch, and I hope that things smooth out for you in time. It too shall pass, as they say. You're welcome, Natalie and Pamela. Charlie says, I feel like God abandoned me. I hope, Charlie, that you can tap back into that inner source, and that God cannot abandon you, because you're a part of God. You are God. We are all connected. So it can feel that way at times, but I don't believe it's the truth. Steve, no problems, my friend. Jane says, my 7-year-old son, Damien, is watching this with me. He says, hi. G'day, Damien. G'day, Jane. Lisa says, love is all that matters. Keep spreading your light. I'm a fellow traveler in this experience called life. I'm learning love is really all that means anything. Love and light to you. Love and light to you too, Lisa. And I'm totally with you on that. It ends up that is all that matters, hey? Hi, Tina K. I'm glad my work helps you. And can I tell you about when I say I'm glad my work helps you? I feel a fraud saying that too. It's really difficult. And the more it goes on, the more difficult it's getting to say my work, because it's not my work. Well, number one, I have numerous people working for me, a team of great people. So that's number one. Number two is when I do the work, I feel that it's coming through me, and that is through God or through my spirit guide, David, as corny as it sounds. So I feel like I must say, I'm glad our work helps you, and I probably will continue to say that from this point on. Jimmy asked, what is my favorite meditation track? Can I tell you my favorite meditation of mine, if I was to listen to it? I don't listen to them much anymore, but if I was to listen to it, would be the surrender meditation. It has actually helped me out. If you just look up Jason Stephenson surrender meditation, you'll see it. And that actually helped me out in difficult times. That's the only one I would ever listen to of mine. I would rather not listen to mine anymore. Just tuned in. Danielle Rose, your comment about Jason helping you after losing your 19-year-old, sending you love. Wow. My thoughts are with you on that. And I'll just go back to that comment. These move fast sometimes. Your comment, Danielle Rose, I send love to you. I can't imagine the pain at all that you're going through. So my thoughts and prayers are with you at this point in time. Yeah. Hello, Rita. Don says, I need to record more music and put it on YouTube. Can't let me song unsung. Absolutely, Don. Go for it. Take a step, brother. Take a step. Okay, there's a question here. Thank you. I'll just go through Just Breathe. Thank you so much. And Charlie, just allow it to come, Charlie. Charlie says, I just want to help others, but I don't know where to start. That's a perfect place to start, Charlie, is that your awareness of wanting to help others. So just open this up now and to sit with this. And I truly believe that the answer will unravel for you. Don't push it. Sit in that unknowingness now. Sit in that space of not knowing and embrace that. Just sit with it. Thank you, Maximilian. KVJ says, Jason, how can I improve my meditation routine to help clear my mind for longer periods of time? Currently, I feel I have plateaued and cannot make progression with meditation. I understand that what you're going through here. And with this one, the interesting answer to this, I believe, is to keep meditating and to sit with that feeling of plateaued. And that could come in the form of even boredom, of check out that boredom feeling when you're sitting there. Where does it come from? What does it feel like? And can I also say too that don't be afraid to take a break from meditation. And if you want to take a break from meditation, then use your living, waking life to be mindful. You can practice mindfulness meditation no matter what you do. during an active type thing, whether that be walking, whether that be washing the dishes. I've done this. I've taken a break from meditation, and you can almost use that break as meditation in itself, because then you can check in to see what has not been working in your life, and you'll know, let me tell you, you'll know if you need to go back to meditation. You'll get that calling, because it can come and bite you on the bum. So I hope that'll help. Can I mention again what is happening tomorrow, please? Pamela, I'm doing a live meditation. In fact, it's on the Think Big platform. The link should be under this video. And it's a 45-minute meditation. In fact, it's picking up on this genius stuff that we're talking about. And I'm turning this into a meditation with affirmations as well. And it's a live platform. There's no repeat on this. And it's $5 a session each time. It's $5 USA money, which I think is about, it could be $7 Australian. I'm not quite sure, $6.50 or something. And I'll be doing that every week. That's the one I've committed to. So CM Caruso says, much love. Our world is moving to a higher consciousness. You are leading. Thank you for being here for us all. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here as much as I can be here. And really, we're all connected anyway. So, and thank you so much for the donation, Metaphysical Mike. I really appreciate it, man. I truly do appreciate it. And I know that you've sent that jacket too, and I'm waiting to get that. And I hope to get that maybe this week. I think it'll be this week. Tristan, you're having a very happy day, so please shout me out. Well, there you go, man. You're shouted out. I hope it continues to get even better and better, mate. I wish you well. Tom, you're welcome. And I'm sorry if I don't get to your question, because there's so many here and I'm just working my way through them. Acoustic Alex says, dear Mr. Stephenson, I'm in a terminal. I'll just get to this. Terminal physical diagnosis and suffer greatly from bipolar and dissociation personality disorder. I commend you for your work and daily give me a reason to live. Sending love to you, my friend. In this instant, sending love to you. And just opening up moment by moment. Just allow it to unfold moment by moment. Belinda says, I think I tuned in at the perfect moment when you spoke about your surrender meditation, going through so much stress at work and hating my job that I feel depressed and stuck in a situation. I hope this surrender meditation will help you personally, and also I think any meditation will help you at this point in time, even silent meditation, tuning out to YouTube and Facebook and everything completely. Thank you, Tina K. Thank you, Jessica Cavallo. I have more to say. Please read after this. Okay, sure. I will, Alex. I'm just doing my best to get through these. Oak Tree says she's sending love, or he's sending love. I think it's a she, sending love to all. Thank you. And Dawn Elizabeth says, thanks, Oak. Love back at you. And Tatiane KSS says, hello, can you please say hi to my daughter, Gabby? Of course, Gabby. Of course. Sending you love, and thank you for watching my videos too. I really appreciate it. Sending love to you. Go out there and you do your thing, okay? You do your thing in life. Laurie says, your butterfly meditation is so good. Would love to see more like that one. Wow, these are ones that I've done so long ago. Glenn says, hello, Jason. Been watching your videos for the past year. Was a major factor in pulling me out of my first ever anxiety attack. You guided me to meditation and was a blessing. Thank you, Glenn. You're most welcome, brother. Thank you for your trust in my work and support. I appreciate it. Thank you. Kira says, hey, Jason, I appreciate your vids. What advice do you have for anyone in their early 20s? Wow, that's an awesome question. You know, in my early 20s, I thought I knew everything. Oh, my goodness. And I thought that I had forever to live. Oh, man. I say just go out and live your life and do the best you can. And again, tap into that genius, that calling within you. And if you don't know it now, just be open to that and take time out to 5 minutes a day even to contemplate and to meditate. Just 5 minutes each day. You can do that and listening out for that voice. And I believe your life will unfold in amazing ways. You'll do well. And thank you, Gemma, for sharing my work at the local hospital. I really appreciate it. Michael, hello, Jason. I love what you do and help me deal with stress in my life. You're the greatest and keep doing what you are doing. You're most welcome, Michael. Thank you, Lazy Ranch. I really appreciate the $5 donation. Seriously, appreciate it no end. Thank you. Thank you so much. There was a question here that I was going to answer and then it moved. Okay, hold on, I'll get to this. Thank you for your patience, guys. Floating amongst the stars is a good meditation. I'm hoping for suggestions on growing and strengthening myself. I believe in all these concepts and philosophies, but when it comes to putting them into action in the heat of the moment, I struggle. Okay. Leave that one with me. I need to copy and paste that because that could be another topic itself. Just hold on a moment. I'm going to copy and paste that. And there we go. Just allow, I understand it's one thing to believe in it and to know all this knowledge and understand it, but to putting them into action in the heat of the moment. In the heat of the moment, I'm not quite sure about, but you struggle. I think taking little steps, little action steps daily, so that we can build up to that, because it's what happens is, well, let's just take meditation itself. It has a cumulative effect. And so when things go wrong, we can meditate all we want at that point in time. However, that's kind of not going to make, it's going to make a little bit of difference momentarily. However, if we begin to take small steps along the way and we begin to put, whether it be meditation, whether it be listening to positive information, whether it be just contemplating, when we do this every day, it builds up. It has an accumulative effect. But I'm not going to say I have the answer for that, and I want to think about that. So thank you. Someone says, can you read Chloe Evans' comment? And if I've missed your comment, Chloe, my apologies. Oh, here we go. Is it normal to meditate one day and not do it the next day? P.S. I'm on the autism spectrum. Is it normal to meditate? It's normal to meditate anytime you choose. It's whatever you choose, Chloe. If you don't want to meditate each day, that's perfectly fine. Any meditation is better than no meditation at all. Any meditation is better than no meditation at all. There are no strict rules. I mean, people put into place, people say these things about you should do it for 30 minutes a day or 20 minutes a day, and you need to do it every single day. You create your own rules. And that's what I'll say for that one. You create your own rules. And thank you very much, Tatiane, for the donation. I really appreciate it so much. And Metaphysical Mike, again, seriously, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. And Maximilian, enjoy listening to Jason, but it's 1:21 here in the morning and I am tired, and you sleep well, Maximilian. Think well, sleep well, not think well. You're welcome, AA. You're welcome. I will have a think about this, okay? I will have a think about this. Carissa, Jason, I do meditations before or during bedtime mainly, but I do struggle to keep up with it. Being on meds have screwed up my hours. Pardon the lingo. Love to yourself and all on here. I totally understand that when we're on medication, that there's other things that take priority first over meditation. And sometimes it is medication, but if you can even just combine those two slightly, do the best you can, then that's enough. That's what you can do. So, but I totally get that it screws things up. So really go easy on yourself there, Carissa, that if you don't do it one night, if you don't do it for a week, allow it to be. Allow it to be. And you live with a gentle strength and knowing that whatever you're doing in the moment is right for you at that time. Lisa Harrison says, I love how you breathe before you answer difficult questions. It's teaching me more than you know. I must put that into practice. I'm allowing myself to slow down now and not to be this knowledge bank, because I'm not far from it. And I just want to answer from a place of truth. And if I don't know the answers, I'm not going to make things up, because when we're fraudulent, when we're not real, we're seen through. Anyone and everyone can see through it. And so I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm the man of all knowledge. I'm only here to talk to you guys and to answer some questions and to listen to you for this moment. So, yeah, thank you, Lisa. Nadine, welcome to your first live stream. Thank you for being here. Susie, sending love vibes to all beings. Love back. I just want to wait until I pass anyway. Well, let's just go back. Acoustic Alex. How do I stop this from moving? Sometimes it would be lovely if you could guide me to sleep where I'm dreaming happily, knowing that I'm at least with her in my subconscious. Name is Alexander. Heaveside. Contact. Namaste. I hope that it happens for you, Alex. And I think if it's your intention, I certainly believe it will. And my belief is that we never die. We die physically. We leave this, depart our bodies. However, I don't believe our spirit ever dies. We transform into another energy, but we never die. Keisha, how would you deal with the difficult financial situation? Oh my goodness, my friend. You're asking the right person here for that question, because I've been through those times. Oh my goodness. Can I just say that know in your heart, and I know this might sound corny, but know in your heart that this too shall pass, that this is a part of your journey. I struggled for so long. For so long. I remember days when I couldn't even afford, I would walk into a shop and I had to get the things like milk and bread, and I couldn't even afford a bag of Potato Smith's chips or a can of Coke if I wanted to buy that. I could afford Coke's not being the best drink to drink, but it was just sometimes I wanted to treat myself, and I remember not being able to afford those things and the frustration that caused back then. But can I tell you that I had an inner knowing, and I've had this for a long time, and my parents can vouch for this. And I said to my mum and dad that by the time I'm 50, I'm going to be living the life of a millionaire. I'm 50, 51 now, and I'm living the life of a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, but I sure as hell am living the life of a millionaire. I'm living a blessed life with a beautiful house, with a beautiful view of the country just there. Exactly everything what I've ever needed and desired. Makes me wonder, what if I would have said those 20, 30 years ago when I was saying this, I'm going to live the life of a millionaire by the time I'm 30? Would have it happened then? Possibly it could have. It's like I was putting everything into place. By the time I get to 50, it was going to happen. So I say that, pick out an affirmation that means something to you and continue to say it and continue to know it, and get on with your life and watch things unfold. But don't wait till you're 50 if possible, or you might be 50. Just say, whatever age is good for you. But I'm with you. I understand financial things it's a crippling effect, total crippling. But I truly believe this too shall pass. Karina, now I have anxiety, panic, I can't sleep. And can I say, Karina, breathe. Breathe. And just keep bringing yourself back to that breath. And this too shall pass. Potato Smith chips. Yes, I know. Oh. Hello, Monique D. Welcome. Thank you for the love. I appreciate the love. Michelle, you've kept me in deep rest together to work 5 days a week. Thank you so much. Michelle, you're welcome. You fucking knew it. Yeah, boy. What Brandy says, that's beautiful. Kira says, thank you, Jason, on your early 20s advice. You answered, I've been meditating every day. I'm a musician and love finding ways to improve my speaking voice too. Wow. Keep up the work, Kira, and glad to hear that you're creating music. Good for you. Nadine, love this community. You're also nice. Nick Hyatt, hello, mate. G'day, mate. How are you going, Nick? Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Aisha, I love your videos. How do you build self-confidence? I truly can honestly say through pushing yourself to different edges, to different plateaus, and even in similar things of what I was talking about before, of doing things that scare the living daylights out of you at times. Because let's face it, there's only two fears that we're born with. And I think that is, now let me see if I can get this right. It's fear of falling and fear of loud sounds. Every other fear is made up. Now, of course, some fear is there to protect us. Like, obviously, we need fear to cross the road to a certain extent. Otherwise, we're going to get hit by a car. But so many fears are made up. And so with self-confidence, if you can just keep building goals to push yourself that little bit further each time, and it unfolds step by step by step. And I put my hand up for this only because I'm going through similar things now. Here I am talking to you. And sometimes I'm totally honest with you, this sometimes puts fear into me. And it would be so much easier for me to go out in the peaceful country and to be sitting in silence. But I'm here to serve you and to build my confidence as well. So step by step, you can do it. You can tap into that power. Just feeling, Jason, it's Neil from South Africa. G'day, Neil. You're making me laugh anyway. That's cool. Dragon Winden, do we really need a mantra for TM? Can't I just meditate twice a day in whatever feels right? Absolutely, you can meditate to whatever feels right. There are literally thousands of ways to meditate. TM is one way to meditate. It's one amongst the thousands, and it works for many people. The mantras work. However, other methods work for other people. You go ahead and you choose whatever comes to you at a point in time, what you want to do. That's that easy. Okay, let's see. We're going for 10 a.m. I'll go for 15 more minutes and then I'll sign off, guys. Katie, Jason, thank you so much for being you. Recently lost my mum. I'm so sorry to hear that, Katie. I'm in the process of moving and also facing financial problems. You've helped me so much. My thoughts are with you, Katie, at the time. Sending love. Chrissy Johnson, when I detoxed off methadone and got completely off opiates, I would listen to your meditation called Floating Amongst the Stars every single night to sleep. Thank you. Commend you, Chrissy. Wholeheartedly, I commend you. And I will say even Floating Amongst the Stars is a beautiful meditation. I like that one. I love the combination of the music in that one as well. So thank you for acknowledging that. Jennifer Chapman, you help so many people and thank you. I listen to your videos and they really work. If you create the thought you want, you will receive things back. It's amazing. I mean it. You attract like energy. Totally agree with that. When we're all working on this connection, we're all connected anyway. So everything's out there that's in alignment with us. Sometimes we slip back, sometimes we go up, but all we need to do is just be in alignment, just connect. And dear Metaphysical dear Jason, I'm going to be 21 years old on July 2nd. What lesson did you learn at age 21 and what advice do you have for moving forward into the up and coming years? Wow, metaphysical Mike. I mean, what I can say is similar to what I said for the 21-year-old as well. Firstly, Mike, I'm going to commend you. I think you're on an amazing pathway already. You gave to me just today financially, and it's not about the point of how much you gave or whatever, but you gave, and giving is the correct path. And I don't mean just financially. I'm not talking about that now. I'm talking about even with some of these messages I'm reading, which I haven't even got time to read out to you. Giving is the key. And if I would have had someone really tell me that when I was 20 or 18, who knows? And maybe back then I wasn't ready to listen. But giving is the key, being of service to others in whatever way, shape, or form. Tanya Bradshaw, thanks for your grief meditation. It's been a year since I lost my dear mum. You helped me more than you know. Sending love to you, Tanya. You're most welcome. Michelle Radix, thank you for talking to us. You are my guru. Who needs a psychologist? People just heard compassion and understanding. Thank you. Insomnia is so debilitating. And thank you, Michelle. And but upon that point, of course, I will say that psychologists do amazing jobs, and I am not a psychologist, and I will only go so far to answer questions here because I am not trained, and I understand how damaging it could be if I'm here to sprout off advice left, right, and center for something that I'm not even qualified to talk about. I never want to do that. But I thank you sincerely. And Hugh says, Neil says, can you do a live session with Russell Brand? Damn, I would love to do a session with Russell Brand. Maybe one day I need to reach out for that and conquer that fear and say that, he paid me respect, with one of my meditations, and I was absolutely honored to hear from him. He's a wealth of knowledge, of spiritual knowledge, and oh my goodness, he's a great man. Who knows what the future holds? Russell Brand is a great man, and I know you either love him or hate him, but I put my hand up. I love that man. He's a great man. Amy, I turned 60 today. To all the 21-year-olds, I say this: be generous, be love, take risks, and most of always trust your gut. Amy, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the best words. You're a champion. I appreciate that. And I hope that everyone got to hear that. And Lisa says, Jason, I have one question before I go to bed. Since we are all connected, do you feel connected to your subscribers? I feel a connection now to the subscribers, so much so that it frustrates me that I can't answer every one of you individually. I feel this love and connection through the wires, through this camera, through reading your comments. So yes, 1,000%. I almost feel that you're here. And I'm sorry that I can't answer everyone's comments because I want to. Kiz says, your spiritual knowledge is also something we all look up to. Kim. Thank you, Kim. And I continue to learn. Kirsty, I lost my dog, Kashmir, 2 years ago, and he was only 4. My grief is paramount, and I don't know how to handle it. Any advice is really appreciated. First of all, I'm sorry that you lost your dog, Kashmir, and he was only 4. I get where you're coming from with the grief, and I think that there's no time restrictions about grief. There's no time that says that you must be healed by 1 year, that you must be healed by 4 or 5. I think what is important is that whenever you need to cry or you want to cry, that you allow it to happen. And at the same time, upon saying that, the other side of the pendulum is that we also have a lot of control over our emotions. And so if you feel that your mind is stuck on that constantly, then it might be in your favor to shift your focus to joyous things and to realize that I'm sure that Kashmir, your dog, would want you to be joyous now. So there's two sides to that, but don't be afraid of grief. Don't be afraid. Tamika, thank you for being who you are. Jane, hugs to you as well. Thank you, guys. Susie says, Angela says, I can feel your energy through the computer, as I can with you, Angela, as I can through your words. Wow. And Lazy Ranch says, my advice is to adopt a pup that needs you. And I totally agree with that. It's sometimes it's just, it's shifting that focus to joy, and it can help us to ease the pain. It's not about forgetting Kashmir at all. It's not about forgetting, but it's about just saying, okay, that this is for this moment now, I focus my attention on this, and you don't have to feel guilty about that. Nikki, yep, thoughts become things. Indeed, they do. Dawn, that was much needed, Jason. I'm grieving the loss of my boyfriend, and I'm sorry to hear that, Dawn, and sending you love. And thank you for your continued support. Vicky Melton, Jason, I absolutely love all of your videos. They are so healing. Your voice is soothing. Thank you. Thank you, Vicky. Hi, Marjorie says, hi, Jason. Hello from New Mexico. I think you're amazing. I listen to you every single video you post, and you've touched my life so deeply. You've healed me in so many ways. Sending love to you, Marjorie. Dude. Neil says, dude, you are a prophet. Okay, I'm sure that's debatable. Anyway, sending love to you, mate. And you are what you think about. And with that, my friends, with that note, I love it. I love you guys dearly, and I respect you no end. And I just want to thank you. And Marjorie just says, you are amazing, Jason, like Dr. Wayne Dyer. And can I tell you that Wayne Dyer, oh my goodness, what a beautiful man, and what amazing energy. And he's still is to this day, my hero. He's left an impact on my heart. Send you love. Thank you so much for your time. If I could hug every one of you now, I would, because I almost feel like tears of gratitude. Thank you. Sending love. Take care. All the best. And we'll see you next week. However, it's possibly going to be a different time and even a different day, okay? But I will put something up on my Facebook page. If you're not a member of Facebook, it's Jason Stephenson Meditation. Look it up. I'll keep you posted, and I'll keep it in the community tab of YouTube itself. Sending love and namaste to you all at this moment.